muted. Aloha! We've gone live on our good friend OBS. Let's make sure we're live in all the appropriate places. Restream is the first place you check. If you're just tuning in, my name is Craw. I am a father, Toastmaster, and LEGO enthusiast. We multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube, and I do not believe in starting soon screen. So that's why we have this very awkward opening part of our streams. We're on Restream. Let's go double check. YouTube Studio. Make sure we're live in the appropriate place. We are. And I just realized I didn't set up the theme and all that stuff. So let's go into here. Let's click edit. Public. This is going to be on a LEGO playlist. I feel like entertainment's a good enough category. Okay. Let's go over to Twitch. It shows me he's being live on Twitch. Good times. All right, so what are we doing today? Every Wednesday we have a LEGO-oriented stream. Sometimes we're playing a LEGO... That's not right. I'm curious because I swear properties. I feel like I've been saving it to a different location lately. Okay. There it goes. That works. Sorry, I got a little distracted because I realized that my well, I can do this. My no streams, this little thing right here, it didn't have the right information, so I wanted to make sure I got that set up right. Anyway, today is the 9th of November, and we are doing some LEGO creating. Because on Wednesdays, it's always a LEGO oriented. Sometimes it is a LEGO video game, sometimes it is LEGO building. And throughout the first part of the year, we actually have built a couple of big sets, but I've run out of big sets to build. Any sets to build, actually. I have literally no sets to be building. But what I do have is I have a ton of LEGO that I need to sort. So we've got the box of LEGO pieces right here. We're going to put it over on this side of the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort them into little trivets in here. You know, so in other words, like, this piece can go in there. And then when we fill up kind of this tray of pieces, we'll go and put them in our actual boxes. That's just kind of what we're going to do today. We're going to chat, we're going to relax, we're going to have a good time. That's the goal for today. Not every stream can be an incredible stream of stuff, right? Oh, this goes over here. I'm gonna put that there. Because some of these bigger pieces, like, they don't end up going in any one of my containers. Like, in a weird way, what I should do with these extra pieces is something like this. So they stick together. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think that's a good use of my time right now. Bum. Oh, and before I forget, tonight's Zevia soda is grapefruit. Not sponsored. Delicious. I never thought I would like grapefruit, actually. When I think of grapefruit, I think of my grandma. I'll explain. So I was lucky enough that when I was born, I had lots of grandparents. One of the reasons why I had so many grandparents is both of my parents came from divorced childhoods, right? Both of my biological sets of grandparents are divorced. And two sets actually remarried. Two of them actually remarried. So that gave me, at birth, a pretty decent amount of grandparents. And obviously with every family, you spend more time with some grandparents than you do with others. But it doesn't change the fact that you're grandparents. So my grandma Claire, who is my biological mother's mother, she was a diabetic, amongst other things. She'd abused prescription medication for years. Her husband was a pharmacist, which is ultimately what led to the downfall of their marriage. Because he wasn't exactly the most up-and-up guy. You know. And so by the time I met Claire, she wasn't in the best of shape. And I remember like being at like the breakfast table with her. And she'd have her daily shots for insulin and other medications that she had. But one thing I always remember about her was she ate grapefruit every single day. Or every day that I was there is a better statement. Every day I was there, my grandma had grapefruit. So every time I see grapefruit, I don't think I've ever actually had grapefruit. I'm sure when I was little, she gave it to me once, and I thought it was disgusting, as all little kids do. And so, yeah, that's why when I drink this grapefruit citrus Zevia, I think of my grandma. I don't know if she would like that or not. There you go. Much more organized now that I have these pieces in here. In theory, I could have done some 2s in here, but I feel like the 1s are going to hold it just fine. I like this. I'll put that over there. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about today. So I'm taking these apart. This piece has a stress crack in it already. Okay. There we go. So yeah, hopefully everyone had themselves a good week. Aloha. How are you doing? Havre. Defined good. How are you doing today, my friend? I am just doing an organizing Lego stream where I organize Lego pieces. And right now all we're doing is separating them so that we can get them in all the appropriate places. But how are you doing? Hopefully you had yourself a good, what's today? Wednesday. Define good. There we go. Okay. Besides dropping a stack of... Ooh. What happened? How did you drop all of that metal? If you don't mind sharing. There we go. That goes in there. And we still have the battle of the bots. Oh, wow. That's definitely a card piece. Someone put the stack on rounded boards. Ooh. That's not good. It's never good. It's funny, like, I remember nervously, like, when I'm sitting at my desk building half of these things. Like, just sitting at my desk being like, yep, I'm gonna put these two pieces together. Plate. Rip. One of the downsides is having Lego always at your Lego pieces always at your disposal is you tend to, excuse me, fidget build at times. Yeah, oh, that does sound not like a pleasant experience. Hopefully there wasn't a lot of damaged goods. That's gonna go over into there. That's kind of a special piece. I'm trying to think how I would define this piece. I don't know how I would define this piece. One bad sheet be damage to the concrete. Yeah. Ugh, that's not good. This is a disc. Alright, so I'm curious how Lego would define this piece. It's funny, every time I need my magnifying glass, I never can find it. There it is. $19798. 1979.8. 1979.8. Let's see what Lego classifies this piece as. Lego 1979.8. This rebrickable refers to it as Lego support a 2x2x2 stand with reinforced underside. Okay. Is that what Bricklink calls it? I tend to follow the Bricklink. get to a scene where you guys can see what I'm looking at. That's odd. That's fine. I'll work with that. Let's get to scenes. Yeah, so I need to do this. Is what I need to do. I'll go to that there. It's interesting, it won't let it get smaller. I'm trying to mess with this so that it can show something better. But it's not. There. Okay, that works. Alright, so I'm at Bricklink. Let's see what they classify this piece as. 79.8. So they put it as a support piece. I don't think I have a classification for support pieces. So we are going to put that over here with the pieces I don't really have a classification for. But I think we've got enough pieces that we should actually be trying to put them into the proper places now. So let's start with plates. Okay. Alright, let's see. Those are going to be hexes. This is a 1x1s, which is going to go into there. Those are 2x2s. 4x4s, I don't think I have them in there. I don't, but that's a 2x2. Do I have any white 2x2s? 2x4s, I mean? I do. Nope, that's tan. Okay. I have 2 more. That's excellent. This is a 2x6, which I don't have in this box. Those are obviously too big for that box. All right. And this has got some studs. These are mostly tile pieces, with some exceptions. Like these, I'm going to classify with this group here. Boom, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so this is a 1x6. There we go. These 4x4s. It's a 2x3. It's 3x3. I don't. This is a 4x6. I'm gonna put these 4x4s in that square. I don't have a lot of 4x4s because I tend to cannibalize them for mock building. There we go. Put that one in there. Alright, and then these are what? 4x8. Which I don't think I have too many. These are 4x6s. I'm gonna put them in with this big boy over here. Aloha, MKB. How are you doing, good friend? Welcome to the stream. All right. Next, we need to get into bricks. Today, we are just sorting bricks. Something I never really make enough time for myself to do. I tend to find time to purchase bricks. I tend to find time this. It's actually a brick and a plate. I didn't recognize that at the time. There we go. Again, I don't have too many of these because I generally steal these for... This is what I think this is. Nope. But I probably should organize that next. Aloha, Lone Wolf. How are you doing? I don't think a lot of people have dedicated time to sorting bricks, NKB. I think I do it because I have a lot of pieces. And with these pieces, I need to know where my pieces are. I found these old glasses. I don't know why I have old glasses in a container. This is my hoarding problem. I'm going to throw this away. But how are you doing, Lone Wolf? Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. What is this? This is a 6. I believe I have some there. This I should put back in that red box. Yeah, it does. And again, I think that's what it is. I've got too many pieces to just have like a big bin of Lego. And that's by design. I want to have that. And so I need to like sit down and find time. These are snot pieces. Those are minifigs. Those are grips. Oh, it was a long, busy day? Was that a good thing at your work, Lone Wolf? Might as well get 2. There. I should have my snot pieces over here. This looks like slopes. That's all slopes. Wait, this was a slope. I'm going to put this structural support piece in here. In there. Let's just hope I remember that. Yeah, I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 of these just for Lego pieces. And I could use 20 more. My snot pieces. You do not belong in there. Those who do not know the acronym, SNOT stands for stud not on top. This is not a snot piece. This is decorative brick. I felt like it'd be good to organize for the moment we start building. Yeah. So I think a lot of it comes down to that when you're trying to restore a set, you know, like this massive bin over here, which you guys can't really see because it's off camera. it doesn't do me a whole lot of good. I could have the piece I need in here and just not know it. So now I go to Bricklink and I waste money buying a piece I already own. Okay. I'm actually going to include that with a character piece. There we go. Put those in there. Alright. And our next level down. I think this is my minifigures. Is my minifigure row. Yes, I have multiple boxes for minifigures. So like this is going to be an accessory. Accessory. I like that as accessory. But you know, like I have like most of this guy, a Han Solo person. You got multiple R2-D2s. I actually have two of those Han Solo characters. One with the head and one without the head. This guy's from Harry Potter. I don't know his name. I think he's the guy that says, "You're a wizard, Harry." Hagrid? Alright, let's put those there. Snot's not on top, I think, of the next level down. No, I mean grips. Nope, technique. What is this? More technique. With pens. This goes in here. It felt long because you got woken up. Oh, okay. I hate when that happens, Lone Wolf. I feel your pain, friend. That goes in there. That's a coupling. Wheels. Perfect. Nope. Nope, those are L brackets. Here's what I wanted. Literally the last boxes. Now, I actually think it may be one more down. No, the same thing, but those are bricks. Okay. Alright, I'm going to throw these. In there. Okay. Oh, one more. Okay. Like, I always tell myself, like, I should come up with, like, 30 minutes a day to organize this, and I never do. Okay, put those in there. This is a wheel. The person. Goes in there, but that's a brick. Oh, let's see. Music just ended. Gotta put on some new music. Not for you. You can't listen to music I'm listening to because DMCA. I haven't listened to that album in ages. See if it still holds up. Lone Wolf, are you a fan of Aerosmith? This is going to be very careful to take apart because it is brown. And if you don't know anything about Lego bricks, know that brown pieces, for whatever reason, are the most brittle. So you want to be extra careful when taking them apart. You don't want to snap them. Aerosmith, good. They got some cool songs. He does have a really wild voice. And this album, I don't think I broke this one. I think it was already broken. Yeah, brittle brown is a real thing. So yeah, this album in particular, Get a Grip, I want to say kind of led to the resurgence. They had some hits in the 80s, but like, they clearly were on the downside of their career. And this album just returned them to prominence. It was like that when I got here, exactly. So out of curiosity, can one of you type Albania in the chat? I just want to see if something works.
Albania is hard to ride.
What are you looking at me for? It's the name of the country.
Okay, it worked. I'm starting to work with some movie clips and TV clips, in addition to Aloha the Bot just telling jokes. But I'm making them really obscure words. And if you follow me on Twitter, I tell you what the word is every week. There we go. Man, when I am bored at work, I do some interesting combinations of things. Interesting. I did not know that dryers are not standard. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Hopefully, there's some sort of resolution you can get to. Obnuliate. I don't know what that word is. Oh. You're putting random words in hoping that you find it that way. Got it. Sorry. Continue. Like I said, they're all on my Twitter. That's there. It's a word that means scarce. Oh, yeah, no, it's like kung fu will trigger something. Albania, it's not like dog triggers a joke because dog is a common word and I made it off of that. I really tried to come up with like words that aren't commonly used. I want it to be kind of like a reward for really hitting something. That is a brick. That's gonna go there. Dryers are pointless here. Oh, it was Britain's actually a third world country. I don't believe that. I think every country has their struggles, but I wouldn't put you guys as a third world country. Alright, there we go. That's gonna go over there. So Friday's stream with Sam may not be at 7 o'clock. I may be moving it to a different time. We're still working on some stuff. Good friend of the channel, Musa Boot, is having a special event. And like, he's been to so many of my Among Us games, it's almost like a level of like, one, it does sound like cool what he's trying to pull off. But there is an element of, how many of my things has he been to? Oh, it's a person. I don't know who that person is. There we go. How did I knew this would be like a big one for like pieces? That's one, okay. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to leave them together because they both need to end up in translucent. Okay, this is a tile. We're going to put the tiles there. Slope. Slope there. Alright, I think that's enough. And it's justifiable enough to get into another box. get a drink. That's the one thing I don't like about my new desk chair, is I can't sit in it and sit upright. Okay. Nope. You're gonna go there. All right, let's see what this one has. This one's gonna be the big one. Actually, I'm gonna do these ones last because I think that's where it has the most of them. What's wrong with that? Sit back, relax, take a load off of the single. No, I hear you on that. I'm just saying, like, this particular stream is a stream where I have to sit up, and I know what you're doing. You just want me to lay back and look like I'm fatter. For you, I see you. I appreciate you, Lone Wolf. I give you a hard time, but I appreciate you, friends. Yep. Wow. You would think I'd have more than 2x1 bricks. Squats. Yeah, I haven't done squats in ages. That's kind of dead. It was a good vibe while we did it. These go over here. And this is going to be long ones. Yep, okay. This may go on that one. Yep. And we're just going to throw that in there. This is a technique. So it goes my technique ones, which is why it's not going in here. These are decorative pieces, and I don't think I have decorative pieces anywhere else. So I'm just going to put them in there because they have to go somewhere. That's nice knot. These are my slopes. The wedges go in there. Oh. Okay. You still think I should do a Lego build with no guide? If it was a small set, definitely. Next time I get a set under 200 pieces, I'll do that for you, okay? We don't have a section for beards, so we're just gonna put it in that one. There. You're gonna go in there. 10,000. There aren't even that many Lego pieces that have 10,000 sets that have 10,000 pieces. I think it's only been crossed once, and I have it. Alright. I just want to confirm these two over here are what I think they are. Yep, the bottom one's the one I needed. I've already completed it. I finished it years ago. Well, no, I finished it this year. But yeah, I think they've only crossed the threshold once. How'd it go? Okay. Aloha, King of the Knobs. How are you doing, my good friend? I'm well. We're just doing a Lego sorting and organizing stream because I need to organize. And I know it feels like I'm cheaping you guys out of a whole stream, but I'm not. I assure you, this is a full-fledged stream. Oh, nice. How was work? Anything big happen today? Speedrun it. Replayability. I agree. I agree. I probably need to make one change to something and from a sorting perspective that I did earlier. Yep, okay. Like, this piece is a slope in my mind. The more I keep thinking about it, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's a slope in my mind. Perfect. This is what I wanted. There. Thanks. Yeah. And I agree, that is a good negotiating strategy. I'm not flashing any love handles when I do that, right? Like, my shirt isn't riding up high enough, right? That goes in there. Okay. Okay, I'll look for that, friend. Yeah. Alright, so that is going to go in slopes. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that type of streamer. Not that there's anything wrong with that type of streaming. People gotta do what they gotta do. Although it was funny, I was having an interesting conversation via TikTok. So there's a girl I follow on TikTok, and I think the world of her. I think she is very, very smart, and I love the type of stuff that she talks about and she discusses. And she has this series where so she's an intersectional feminist. Let's just get that right out of the way. So her content tends to be about how people can, learn, and especially men learn and become more understanding, better men towards women type of thing. And one of the things that she really loves doing is when someone comes into like her comment section and starts really like being misogynistic or like contrarian to what she's discussing, she goes through who they follow. And then she'll do like a calling out. And so I had a conversation with her because while I'm not interested in getting on her bad side, there are some people who I follow on TikTok that I'm like, would I get called out for her? And because again, she's calling out people who are following accounts that are the spicier content creators where the girls are posing as 18-year-ish type of girls, potentially younger. But again, so I was thinking about like content streamers who I follow. Like there's this one girl, Life and Beth. I think the world of her. She might even be streaming right now. And she is such a sweetheart. She builds Sims, she plays Cult of the Lamb, and she's a lot of fun. But lately, also, she has gotten into, all of her links where you can find her air conditioning pages, if you know what I mean. And so I want to be like, okay, is this the type of stuff that you would call out as a follower? Right? Like, if you're like, Craw's crossed the line, we're gonna cancel him, throw down the fire bombs, are you gonna call me out for Life and Beth? Again, I follow her for legitimate reasons. Or, even if they weren't legitimate reasons, I followed her before she started down that path. And there was nothing wrong with that path. And so we had a good conversation about that type of stuff, and I just thought it was so fascinating. So going back, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that type of thing, good for you. Rock on with your bad self. And if you want that type of steam, go check out Life and Beth. Because she is entertaining. Alright. And I just realized you couldn't even see Life and Beth's webpage when I pulled it up here. So, I apologize for that. Alright, the ones that have already kind of stacked together, I'm going to put over here. Excuse me. So what we want to do is try to connect as much of these as possible now. So again, nothing wrong with the air conditioning game. You want to do that? Good for you. I love the body positivity. Just know it's not going to be me. Okay. that command, by the way, that shout out command is one that I'm still trying to figure out how to transfer over to my new bot, by the way. Lone Wolf, mahalo friend. Okay, yeah, no, I agreed. So, I think I hear where you're going with the MKB. I really do genuinely get it. And again, if you want to follow to kind of see what she's talking about, let me get you guys a link. I think we even could watch one of her videos where she talks about that stuff. I think that would be interesting because, again, we're talking about it. Boom. Nope. TikTok.com. No, you totally did. What is her name? We message Ash. Let's see if this is
all right.
one.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why you think that most of the people criticizing mothers is other mothers. It's internalized misogyny based on the nuclear family idea, and it has been romanticized and it seems like immortalized forever. The nuclear family only actually
that,
worked out pretty well in America from about the mid-50s until the mid-60s. Before the nuclear family model, which, by the way, is this idea that, like, it's two parents that are sort of isolated in their nuclear unit with their families, and then you have your fence and you have your neighbor and your neighbor. And how that was different was before that, you had families who, like, lived on homesteads. You had families even in cities.
Clearly this is
who,
not one where she's going after
like,
someone
in
for
my old
being
house that I moved in.
A fan of stuff. Let me go to do to my trolls. Is that one?
You really came in hot with the defense of the highly dominated white male dominated comic book industry that still has a lot of sexist problems. So I decided to look up who you follow. I was like, what is this guy into? Maybe he's into comic books. Oh, woo! You really like yoga. Jeez, I don't even, like, is that appropriate for TikTok? She has another video on there talking about how a certain yoga pose, we're just talking about yoga here, TikTok, that's how we get away with this, right? Talking about how a certain yoga pose is a real thigh opener. It didn't take me long to figure out why a guy like you would be so vehemently defending a white male dominated field like that. And just, I mean, yeah, change is hard. Holding a mirror up to somebody, I mean, it makes it like, it's like uncomfy. Just like that pose. Ugh. You really came in hot.
So yeah, that's the type of stuff she'll go after for people. And again, I enjoy it because I do think that those type of things are interesting when you look at who they're interested in, who are they talking about. So get back our music. And again, there's nothing wrong if you like that type of stuff. Nothing wrong. Let's go back to Spotlight Build. Okay, we're going to allow. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. But I also think that there is a lot of female creators deal with such vile from the comment section that when they clap back, I don't shrug it as much. I just don't. Especially when her content is about trying to break down misogyny. Her content is about trying to do these types of things. I don't know. I 100% get what you're saying. I genuinely do. I'm not going to fight her fight for her. She's a big girl. She can handle it herself. It's just enjoyable for me to watch. And I always think back to an expression that I haven't found a more appropriate response, updated version. But it was something that I remember hearing in college back in the 90s when people weren't as so worried about being politically correct and stuff. And the expression was, arguing online is like competing in the Special Olympics. Even if when you are... And I love the expression, but obviously it's not an expression that I'm willing to say out loud, right? I'm not going to go there. I know what that word means. I know how it's harmful to people. But I keep trying to come up with what is an expression that will be as good as that without offending people. And the best I've come up with is, arguing online is like sleeping with your cousin. Even if you're good at it, you shouldn't be proud of what you done. The best I've ever come up with. Yep. But again, because I think it goes back to the nature of why people have discussions online. Some people generally want to have a conversation online and generally want to hear people out and want to do things. And some people, they are just in it for the troll. And it doesn't matter what you say or do. They will keep trolling. Which is why I try not to argue online. Like, I'll respond back to one comment. Like, that's kind of my, like, line I draw in the sand. Like, I'll give you one response from me. Just so you're clear that I've read what you had to say. But after that, I'm good. Alright, let's move on. Let's get this next batch in there. Or finishing up this first batch. Bum bum. Yeah. True. No, I agree. I think... I know what you mean. I generally know what you mean. That if you're going to have a discussion, going after other things that people post is not really exactly the right approach. But there is a nature, and I do think to some degree, I mean, you can't require it, but I think that a lot of the people who attack other people online in comment sections and those type of things are people who are only willing to comment. They're not willing to let their own voice be heard. They're not willing to let themselves get judged. Putting yourself online to, It's scary. It's terrifying, oftentimes. Like, I was watching a Reddit post of this Marine veteran and this guy, and I've seen this type of video a couple of times now, where a guy was like, I was scrolling through the lonely edge of Twitch, and I found this person who is streaming to no viewers all by themselves, and then they have a nice conversation, and the person is really nice to them, and they post it on TikTok, and then it gets posted to Reddit, and next thing you know, that person has 50,000 followers. Right? And I think to some degree, my biggest fear would be going super viral like that. Like, I know I'm out here, I know I'm streaming, I know I'm posting myself on TikTok, I know I'm doing all those things. But, like, I have zero desire to be the next Pokey or anything like that. Zero desire. Because also, I think one of the things I like about streaming, and this is my stupid fear, is if I got big enough to the point where I couldn't have a conversation with someone like you, MKB, online like this, I don't know if I would enjoy streaming as much. I like the quiet streams. Right? That's a part of streaming that I just enjoy. Right, like if that dude popped into chat and we had a wholesome thing and he was like, hey, can I clip this and put this on my TikTok? I'd probably be like, no. I know you, I don't want to be famous. Can we just have a conversation and be chill? Right? Is this going in here? It's going in here. Ooh. Clipped at 15 million sub YouTuber. Mahalo for that, friend. There it goes. I enjoy social aspect in streams the most, which is, yeah. I 100% agree with you, Lone Wolf. I have people who I followed who got big, and I will lurk in their chat for a bit, and I'll just see how chat is flowing. And if the chat is going slow enough, and I feel like I can say hi to them for a second, wish them well, I'll say aloha to them. But otherwise, man, you hit that 50, 100 viewer line and your chat's kind of going like this. Congratulations, my friend. Yeah. And I think what you're talking about, Lone Wolf, is true. It's like, I think there's two types of streams. There are the people who are here for the connection, and sometimes those people can get big, and they really do the best to try to still do it. And then there's a threshold that they cross where it becomes like they're a show. And the people who can grow large, who can become those 1,000 viewer streams, 10,000 viewer streams, 100,000 viewer streams. They're just a show at that point. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. That's got to go on that one, by the way. Yeah. True. Exactly. And like, it's hard for me to find a large streamer, someone who's got 100 plus viewers at a time, and be like, oh, I want to watch them. It's just hard for me. And again, it's not jealousy. It's just when I pop into chat, I want to interact. If you're a show, you have to be better than YouTube. Right? You have to make me want to say, I'd rather watch this live produced television show than YouTube right now. That's what you have to do. I'm curious who I'm following, who is on, who's big. Live channels I follow. Like, of all the people I know who are live right now, like a Walmart parking lot. She's hilarious. I watch her because she's a show. AZ Pinoy and Local Brick Shop. I love them both. But if their chat's flying, I wouldn't stick around. Because they're not good enough to be a show. They're just good friends. Audrey and Joyce, she's a show. And then you get down to the under 10, and those are the people I most likely would watch. Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Ours is. Yeah. Exactly. And again, I'm not trying to criticize streams, but it's very hard to live produce a show as good as a YouTube video. It's very hard to do that. That is a tall order to do. It just is. Okay. I keep using this 4x brick opener. I'm like, why? Why am I using such a big brick separator? Alright, that's gonna go there. Also in that one. Ooh. Tile, tile, tile. Throw it in there. No worries, Lomo. I will never judge someone for going or not going on a follow on a raid. I think she's an interesting, very interesting person. I like her. I think she's very talented. Her success does not surprise me in the least. Yeah. Yeah. It's not. I have no idea what I built this for. But yeah, I think BB Jess, and I've met a couple of, I mean, I hate to say quote unquote BB Jess clones, but people who are inspired by what she's doing are trying to do very similar things to that. And I think it's an interesting phenomenon. So I think there's always a level of, and again, I hate to say it's copycatism, but someone sees something and they're inspired by it, and they're like, I want to do something similar to that. I hear you on that, my friend. That's also going to go there, and that's a brick. There we go. I'm not going to lie. Even if all we do is empty out that yellow brick, doing that will make me feel good today. Okay, I know what this is. It's going to go there. Couple. Oh, always the fun. Ooh. You. The little Batman on a concave disc. But yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that's not what I thought that was. Interesting. I'm curious what this piece is for. Two, 4, 1, 5. 2, 4, 1, 5. Let's find that piece. 2, 4, 1, 5. Ugh. Of course my thing isn't working today. So this is the piece that I'm looking at here. I'm trying to figure out what this piece goes to. And it's showing it in like inside a wheel. This is definitely a wheel piece. definitely a wheel piece. Please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. Oh. This piece is an example why we're doing this. So when I was building the roller coaster, I needed more of these pieces. And I couldn't find them. So let's go put them over on the roller coaster right now. There we go. Okay. Okay. Interesting. It's funny because, like, a lot of these pieces, I felt like I'm just kind of throwing in this catch-all bin. And I don't feel they really should be there. I just don't have any other best place to put them. Ba-na, ba-bum, ba-na, ba-na. It's funny because I've seen like a couple of people who have these like real fancy Lego organizers. Like there's this one that's like $700 and it's like just some shifting tables one after the other, and I look it down and I'm like, my wife would kill me if I bought that. Or we just had so much money she wouldn't. And I also question, like, what is the value of that? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch these. Because I feel like this one's becoming so big that I need it to be spread out more. Whereas I don't need this to spread out as much. There we go. All right. Oh, the translucent, sorry. it's funny, like the top of the bin was these bigger pieces and the smaller pieces were at the bottom. I've always kind of noticed that. There we go. Translucent. The flower. There we go. Yeah, it's funny. This is not going nearly as fast as I thought it would be. That's okay. It's part of the process.